Olu drove out of his street. He pulled over. "Titi," he began, his voice thick with emotion. "Seeing you again today just reminded me of everything I lost. Why didn't you give me a second chance? You know I still love you." Titi stiffened. "Olu, we've had this conversation before. We are both married now. Please let this go." Titi tried to stay firm, but the emotions she had buried for years resurfaced before she could stop him. Olu kissed her. She resisted at first, but her resolve melted, and they crossed a line she thought she would never cross. When it was over, Titi sat in the car trembling. "Olu, what have we done?" "No, Titi," he said, looking at her intently. "What have we done? This happened because you still love me, and you know it." Titi's heart shattered. "I can't believe this, Olu. This is wrong. We are married. How could I let this happen?" Welcome, my besties. Trust you and yours are doing great, as I am doing great too. If you have been watching my video and you would like to support my channel as I bring to you interesting stories and educating stories, kindly subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment. Share these videos with your loved ones also. You can also buy me a super thanks to help my channel grow. Thank you. If you haven't seen the beginning of this story, kindly pause and go see the part 1 of I Will Never Let You Go. Please grab your favorite drink and popcorn as we see what happened to Titi after she crossed the line with Olu, her ex. Titi walked into her mother-in-law's house hours later, her face pale and her hands trembling. She could barely keep up with her son's chatter as he played with his grandmother. Her mind raced, replaying the events of the day over and over. "What have I done? How did I let this happen?" she whispered to herself, guilt threatening to suffocate her. When she returned home later that evening, her husband Deji noticed her unease. "Titi, are you okay? You've been so quiet," he asked, concern etched across his face. "I'm just tired," she replied weakly, avoiding his gaze. She was terrified he might see through her and uncover the secrets burdening her heart. That night, as she lay in bed next to her Deji, sleep eluded her. Tears silently soaked her pillow as she wrestled with her emotions. Her conscience screamed at her, reminding her of her vows, of the trust Deji placed in her. She felt trapped in a web of her own making. The following days were torturous for Titi. She avoided Olu's calls and text messages, but her mind betrayed her, frequently drifting back to the moment in the car. Eventually, Olu sent her a message. "I know you're feeling conflicted, but what happened was real, Titi. Don't fight it. Let's meet and talk." Titi knew she was at a breaking point. Her guilt was unbearable, and the possibility of her husband finding out loomed like a dark cloud over her. She needed to make a decision to either confess to Deji and face the consequences, or confront Olu and put an end to whatever hold he had on her. Summoning courage, Titi decided to seek help. She called her bestie and poured her heart out. "You did what?" her friend exclaimed, shocked. "I don't even know how it happened," Titi sobbed. "I hate myself for this. I've betrayed Deji, and I don't know how to fix this." "Titi, you need to cut out every tie with Olu, her bestie advised. Block his number, avoid him at all costs, and focus on rebuilding your marriage. You also need to consider counseling for yourself and maybe even with Deji if you decide to tell him. But Olu must go. This can't continue. She nodded through her tears. Deep down, she knew her friend was right. Olu had been a part of her past, but if she allowed him to stay in her life, he would ruin her present and destroy her future. That evening, Titi deleted Olu's number and blocked him on all platforms. It was a small step, but it was the first step toward reclaiming her life and protecting her marriage. As she stood by the window, looking out into the night, she whispered, "Lord, I need your help. Give me the strength to let go of Olu completely and to be the wife Deji deserves. I can't do this on my own." Though a journey to healing and restoration was just beginning, Titi resolved to fight for her marriage and for herself, no matter how difficult it would be. One particular afternoon, after Titi had served Deji lunch, she said, "Deji, please can I have a few minutes after lunch with you?" "Oh yeah, of course. Finally, you have decided to talk. Since you returned from my mom's place, I noticed you have not been yourself. In fact, let's have the discussion now." "No, after lunch, please." Few minutes after lunch, she knelt by the side of Deji. "I'm sorry, my husband. I don't know how to say this. But please, Deji, forgive me. I feel so ashamed of myself. Just please forgive me." "Titi, can you say what exactly it is?" Deji said. "Please, Deji, I know you will be very mad at me, but please forgive me. It wasn't planned. I don't know how it happened. Please." "Okay, Titi, relax. Just try to say it anyhow. I'm your husband. Talk to me." "It's Olu." "What about him?" Deji asked. I I I never knew this can ever happen. I and Olu, as I was about leaving his place for Grandma's place, he offered to give me a lift to Grandma's place. I hesitated, but he insisted. On our way, he pulled over, and I I can't really explain how it happened. We crossed the line. I never thought we could cross." "You did what?" He got up angrily and moved close to the window, clutched his fist against the wall. "Titi, and I warned you. I warned you. I told you that Olu was in your past. Let go of him. Look at what you have done to yourself. In fact, see what you have done to us. Please, Deji, I am very sorry." Tears rolling down her face. He went into the room and came out with his car keys. He drove to his mother's house and wept bitterly on her shoulder. He opened up to his mom about what Titi had just told him. That day, He didn't go back home. He spent the night with his mom. That night, his mom sat him down. Deji, it's your choice. If you choose to forgive her and move on with her, I'm with you. But you must know one thing. As bad as it may be, as dirty as it may sound, please, my son, go back to your wife. She has summoned the courage to open up to you. Please, please forgive her. Forgive her. I am sure by now she has seen her mistake. And it's not something that she planned, as you have said. And you know, Titi is not a wayward girl. Please, I am begging you, don't let this escalate into something else. Please, make up your mind and go back to your wife. You don't even know what is happening to her right now. Please, Deji, I know that this is not good at all, but I am begging you. Your wife has opened up to you. You are the only person she can run to. Please, don't throw her away at this time. She's really sorry. Please, I will talk to her by myself. Please forgive her. It will not happen again. Thank you, my son. Thank you. Thank you for listening to your mother. Your children will listen to you too. Thank you, Mama. But it hurts. I have told Titi to let go of Olu. Olu has been in her past. Mama. Oh, Olu has done me a very bad thing. Anyway, I know my wife is not promiscuous. And she's not a wayward type. Thank you, Mama. I'll go home in the morning. The next morning, Deji went back home. As he got to his apartment, he found his door opened. He walked into the living room. He couldn't feel the presence of Titi anywhere. He went upstairs to check in the room. As he opened the door into the room, he found Titi with pills about to swallow them. Oh no, Titi, you don't do that to yourself. What are you trying to do? He ran to her, held her hands, and poured the pills away. Titi, I know that this is very bad, but please don't take your life. You can't do this to yourself. You didn't plan it. You are not the one behind it. Please, Titi, don't kill yourself, please. Please, I beg you. You know what? I have forgiven you. I cannot be a widow. How can I lose you? Because of Olu? Please. Please don't do this to yourself. Titi sobbed on his shoulder. I'm sorry, Olu, for all that I have put you through. I am very sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry for all the stress. I am very, very sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. I have told you. We are in this together. Olu is in your past and he remains there. Please, Titi, let's stay together. Let's fight this together. so that our future will not be destroyed. Thank you. Thank you, my husband. Thank you. What a story. Have you or anyone you know experienced something similar to what Titi experienced? Would you like to share your story to encourage somebody going through the same? Would you like to share how you were able to overcome such situation so that can help somebody going through it also? Thank you for watching my story. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my channel. Share this story with your loved ones. Like and comment. If you wish to support me grow, you can also buy me a super thanks. Thank you. I appreciate your time spent on my channel. I do not take your support for granted until I come your way again with another interesting and educating story. Bye for now.